Hello, this is Michael Kelly, and it's interesting, I've written a large number of books now, and when I look back over the sales for the last 2 years, the ones which have really sold well, the ones which outsell the others, are the books about Ogham, the Celtic themed books, which are the Book of Ogham, the Ogham Roads, which discusses the use of Ogham to construct mythic visionary journeys through the Celtic mythic landscape, and the edited book by Ori Whitehand, How to Read Ogham, which takes material from the Book of Ogham and produces a neat little booklet which deals just solely with Ogham divination. Those three books are far and away the most popular. And there is this real interest and passion for all things Celtic and the Celtic worldview. And some of the most persistent questions I've been asked over the years are, when am I going to construct a complete system based around this, and a complete curriculum of study and so on? And I have to be honest with you and say it's likely to be a long time before any book, or more probably books, of that sort are written, because it's such a vast field and it goes off into so many different areas, and each one is a separate study all in its own right. But nevertheless, it's time to move forward on this. It's time to make things happen. It's time to get those people who are interested involved, and to give you something to work with, something to fuel your passions and lead you forward. So that's what I'm going to do, but it's not going to be in book form. I was looking at all of the many strands of this, and I thought the best way to do this is in person, by giving talks. And this is what I'm going to be doing. Each month from now on, I will be giving a talk on Celtic myth, spirituality, magic, all of these things. They will be founded upon a solid basis. Everything will be properly linked, and it will give you some solid working material. Now, a course of this nature would easily justify a price tag of $300 a month on subscription. It really would. And there's no getting away from that fact. But I'm not going to do that. Maybe I'm a fool to myself. That's just not how I operate. So you can be the benefit of me being the beneficiary of me being a fool to myself. What I am going to do is post these talks on my existing Patreon, and any patron who subscribes to that service at the $20 level or above will have access to the monthly talk and to the question and answer session which follows it, the discussion that we will have afterwards. The talk itself will generally be about an hour in length, and that could easily be doubled by the question and answer session. So you'd be getting that for your $20 a month, plus everything else we do on the Patreon, the 2 lectures a month, group work, group conversations and meetings, weekly video diaries, access to first draft chapters of books which are in process of being written. There's an enormous amount there. You'd have access to all of that. After the talk, The talk itself, not including the question and answer session, which would only be available live on the day. But the talk itself would remain available for patrons to download. But only people who are patrons that month. Because on the last day of each month, that month's talk and other materials will be deleted. And if you don't have them, you can't join the patron and just download them, because they won't be there anymore. Does this mean they're gone forever? No, no. But it means that if you were not a patron in the month that a given talk was given, you'll have to purchase it as a download. And the price of each video talk in this course to purchase outside of Patreon would be $30. So you're paying half as much again and not getting access to all of the other Patreon materials. I understand some people don't want to sign up to Patreon, that's fine, but those are the shots. $20 a month subscription to Patreon gets you access to all of this material. If you just want the Celtic stuff, you'll have to wait a month and then pay $30 for a download. And that's where we're at. Your chances of seeing this material in print in any time in the next 5 to 10 years are slim. Some of it might start to creep out. If you want on board, if you are as passionate about the Celtic material as people seem to be, if you want this stuff, if you want to know how to access the worlds of Celtic mythology and magic, if you want to know how to use the Ogham operatively, this is the opportunity. It starts in the first week of October. If you want to be on board, you want to be a patron. At the end of this video, you will see a little caption with the Patreon web address on it. You'll also find the link posted in the first comment underneath. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, it will be in the video description. So this is your chance to get on board, and I'm encouraging you to do so at the lowest possible price point, which will give you access to the maximum material. Now, if you're seeing this video several months on, all of the early stuff will still be available, but it will be available to purchase as downloads. But you can get in on the program by joining the Patreon, and you will then have access to each month's coursework as it appears. Now, and one of the reasons I'm doing this is because I'm not pointing fingers, but I know there are people there who think to themselves, well, if I leave it 6 or 7 months and then join the Patreon, I can just look back down the timeline and access all of the previous courses for 1 month subscription. That won't be possible. That's why I'm doing it this way. The price is absolutely ludicrously low. And so I'm not prepared to shoot myself in the foot by providing workarounds and loopholes. So there you have it. If you're one of those people who's passionately interested in the Ogham, if you want to work with me as we take the Celtic work forward, as we explore all of its many avenues, because they are many. You have the Irish tradition, you have the Welsh mythology, you have those crossover tales in a place like the Isle of Man, where Norse and Celtic mixed. You have the whole Melinic and Arthurian strand, the Mabinogion. So many strands, so many other places that I want to explore, such as the role of the banshee, which is a particular pet. That's probably not the right word. Let's say a particular passion of mine. If you want on board, now's the time to get on board. Join the Patreon and let's seek out history and make history. You can only do it by being involved. Simple as that. Take care.